Hello, everybody. Each month, I like to present a general overview of the real estate market in Cambrils, which includes an analysis on current data, and usually I do it in Spanish. So for any of you out there that is looking to buy or sell a property and does not speak Spanish, I hope you find this information useful. So let's dive into the real estate update for the first quarter of 2025. Stick to the end to find out. Let's first take a quick look at the real estate market in Spain. Following the positive trend that we saw throughout 2025, the real estate market continues to grow. On the first quarter, property sales across Spain have increased by 20% compared to the same period last year. And that is reaching more than 1,100 transactions. Catalonia ranks as the second most active region in Spain. Nearly 30,000 properties were sold here in the first 3 months of the year. That's an impressive 11% increase compared to the same period last year. And what is behind those numbers? Well, rising demand, continued confidence in the market are driving both sales volume and property prices upward. Let's take a quick overview on foreign demand because it continues to play a significant role in Spain's real estate market, accounting for 14% of the total home purchases nationwide. In Catalonia, almost 20,006 properties were bought by international buyers in the last quarter, and over 16% in the province of Tarragona, where popular coastal towns like Cambrils are located. If you would like to know who buys in Spain, the top nationalities are British, making 8% of foreign buyers, followed by Germans, Dutch, also Moroccans, French, Romanians, and Italians. Now, let's dive in Cambrils real estate market. For those of you who are not so familiar with Cambrils, its population is about 38,000 people, according to the city registry, and there are approximately 32,000 homes, which means that there's almost one per person. However, only 44%, so about 17,000 homes, are primary residences according to the Inescat Institute. Cambrils is the fifth most populated municipality in the province, and this high number of homes is due to the fact that in summer the population increases to 90,000 people because it's such a popular destination. At the beginning of this month of May, Cambrils has about 930 homes published for sale on real estate portals, of which about 380 are houses and about 455 are apartments. We have about 15% less inventory compared to mid-2024. Let's take a look at the price per square meter. To make a quick summary, the most expensive house in Cambrils is over 3 million euros, and the most affordable ones start at 85,000, although there are not so many of them. The average price of a property is different depending on the area where you are. If it's near the beach, for instance, Vila Fortuna or La Llosa, it has a different price if you're in the port area or the old town of Cambrils. It is estimated that at a general level, the average price in Cambrils is about 2,755 euros per square meter. That's 14% more than in May 2024, and always taking into account the prices of the properties that are published in the portals. If we analyze by areas, the old town of Cambrils is the most affordable one, with an average of 1,832 more or less per euros per square meter, and Vila Fortuna and La Llosa would be located in the areas with the highest price, with an average approximately of 3,200 euros per square meter. So almost at the same level as Barcelona. Now let's take a look at the average price per type of property. According to real estate portals, the average value of a property in Cambrils under 100 square meters is estimated just over 200,000 euros. And this figure goes up to 316 euros on average if it's bigger than 100 meters. The average price of apartments currently on the market is around 220,000. Also here we see an increase over recent months. The selling price of 80% of apartments are between 125,000 and 380,000. And the top selling houses are priced under 400,000 euros. Let's now see what is the optimum time of selling Cambrils, or in other words, how long does it take for a property to sell? It is proven that any property that is well marketed at a market price takes between 100 to 200 days to sell. That is to say, from the time that is published to the closing at the notary's office. Logically, the farther away the price is from what the market offers, that from the buying clients are willing to pay, then the longer it will take to sell. And that is why I always advise, to publish the property, at market price, because this also avoids damaging the property if it has been published for too long. However, if it's a house, they tend to sell on a longer period of time, depending on the price. If it's like 300,000 to 400,000 to 500 million, but it can take up to a year to be sold. And logically, the lower the price and the value, the more affordable it is, and therefore there are more options for a quick sale. Let's talk about interest rates. We have already seen that during 2024, the European Central Bank lowered the interest rates in favor of the Euribor. In May 2025, the average Euribor rates are around 2.1 for the one-week rate and 2.04 for the 12-month rate. The newspaper La Razón recently published that mortgage loans have risen by 11% compared to the previous year. The majority of those who sign on a mortgage, they continue to do it on a fixed rate. They represent about 67% of the total mortgages. And what are the best mortgages? According to a study by The Economist in April 2025, the best fixed mortgages are offered by Avantio, Marca Mart, Sabadell, and Abanca. And what is the market conclusion in all these trends? Well, our spring market is officially kicking out in Cambrils and Costa Dorada with very strong listing prices, sales, and activities across all residential properties. Cambrils continues to have a very high demand both for second homes, those people who are looking for apartments near the beach, and also for families who want to come to Cambrils and move here just because they want to look for a better quality of life. The trend in our market, in general line with the rest of Spain, is a high demand with less supply of real estate. So, as happens in other municipalities, prices are seeing an increase. All this in a context currently marked by falling interest rates, which have made financing cheaper and encouraged the market, in which the lack of product is one of the main problems and factors behind the rise in prices. This high demand is causing the prices to go up, and also because there are new people and new households and a very stable economic growth right now. If you are planning to sell your property or you're planning to buy a new one and you need professional advice to value the market or the property, I will be more than happy to help without any obligation. You can contact me by email or you can call me directly. I will be happy to assist you in making an informed decision based on your personal situation. See you soon.